Okay, I have just got to the bog on my e-bike, and off I went, walking towards Emily Carr. Then I realized I hadn't locked my bike, so rather than be sorry, I turned around and went back to make sure it was locked. It was locked. I locked it. It's just that I wasn't certain that I'd locked it. So I'm back on track. The air quality still sucks here. Mind you, it's gone from plus 10, over 10 in the rating, 1 to 10. It's now down to 4. Plus 4, just over 4, which is considerably better. It's called moderate pollution. So I promised Norma I wouldn't run today, and I won't. I will walk. I will walk the bog. Hopefully by the weekend the air will get better still, and I'll be running again. So I cancelled my run with John and Derek because firstly Derek has to go for his second appointment to have his gold crown put in. And John, he was up for it, but I decided that I really didn't want to spend more than 3 hours exercising today. So I chose the shorter option, was to cancel John, ride to the bog, walk one lap of the bog, and record my show. I'm just crossing Emily Carr now, hence the noise. The car noise on Emily Carr. Alright, let's hope that the rest of the morning goes smoothly and that I don't have any other brain farts. Norma didn't want to come today. She said that, first of all, she wasn't going to be ready in time for me. And secondly of all, she didn't really feel like breathing too much of this stuff today. I think she's saving herself for the weekend. But I found with running and exercise in general, you have to keep doing it to get any real benefit. You can't just say, oh, I run a bit and then I don't run for a week. No, you have to pretty much hone your skills constantly.
Distance 0.74 kilometers. Average heart rate 102. Workout average pace 10 minutes 45 seconds per kilometer.
Okay, so now we're in the quiet area. We should all be able to hear what's going on. I'm probably going to pause this every now and then. I'm listening to a live show, and every now and then my friend the DJ has his little bit where he talks. That might be the time when I pause. So I've got the creek on my left and the kiddie mushroom play park on the right. I'm just coming up to the Flintstone play park, the one with the boulders and ramps made out of rustic poles.
Time 9 minutes. Distance 0.84 kilometers. Average heart rate 100. Workout average pace 10 minutes 43 seconds per kilometer.
Now that's just about fast enough today. Around about 100 on the heart rate. So I'm going to take a picture of the old Flintstone play park. Hang on a second. Samantha will pause, no doubt. I've also signed up with Relive again, so you'll be getting the old flyby from today's walk around the bog. I'm not sure if the photographs are going to be accessible for me other than through the Relive app. No consequence, I don't mind. I can fix almost anything. Photography, inclined, all those screenshots and what have you. Morning.
Time 10 minutes. Distance 0.93 kilometers. Average heart rate 97. Workout average pace 10 minutes 47 seconds per
I'm
kilometer.
just crossing the creek over a little bridge. It's funny how when I was in with the traffic, this was almost inaudible. But now the deeper I get into the forest, the louder the music sounds. I think I've notched it down one notch. It's got to be at a volume where if I did stop to talk to somebody, I wouldn't have to wrestle with it to turn it down or off. I could just smile, say hi, and move on. See, the other thing is now that Samantha's a bit on the low side. I'll live with it. I hear noise up ahead. I might do a pause. Yeah, I think I will. So here comes the first pause. Okay, that was a cement mixer. They're pouring a garden wall there. They had it all framed. Curved garden wall. Hello. Yep. I'm now catching up with some hikers up ahead, which is good. I'm a little distracted with this extra app going. I think I might actually simplify my life a little bit and let's see, no, that's still recording, that's good. And Samantha, while I'm at it, I can turn her up a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Hello. Once again, I have this music that's kind of distracting me. Let me just stop that. Okay. Sorry about that. My brain is a little messed up today. Didn't sleep very well. Tell you the truth.
Time 15 minutes. Distance 1.40 kilometers. Average heart rate 107. Workout average pace 10 minutes 37 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah. Everything else is working fine now. I just had too many plates spinning at the same time for my little brain to coordinate. I'm not very good at multitasking. I tend to prefer to stick to one thing and concentrate on that. Now I have decided to concentrate on my audio recording. That is my job on Wednesday. And today, as a soloist, I have to keep you guys entertained as well. I don't have a partner to talk to. I'm going to take the optional route around.
Time 16 minutes. Distance 1.53 kilometers. Average heart rate 103. Workout average pace 10 minutes,
Around
29
this
seconds per kilometer.
Townhouse subdivision, just to get a different view.
Morning.
Hello. It's nice. I'll probably take another photograph when I'm at the duck pond. Not that there'll be any ducks today. Yep, these houses are all painted sort of a tree color grey-brown, which is perfect as camouflage for the grey-brown that's all around. Let's see, what am I doing here?
Minutes. Distance 1.61 kilometers. Average heart rate 105. Workout average pace 10 minutes, 29 seconds per kilometer.
10:29, so I'm still walking pretty fast, pretty brisk. Take a photograph of these grey-brown buildings. And I'm back in business again.
Workout resumed.
Yeah, even Samantha's noticed. Good morning. Yeah, the air is definitely better today. Like, it almost tastes sweet compared to the last few days. There is moisture in the air as well, so that will evaporate. It won't be quite as misty. Part of this is smoke and part of it is just water vapor coming off the trees. So, how are you all doing? I'm pretty sure that we're all getting fatigued with this COVID business. Yep, as long as we don't get desperate. Desperate times do not necessarily call for desperate measures. Keep calm, keep breathing is the order of the day today.
Time 18 minutes. Distance 1.71 kilometers. Average heart rate 102. Workout average pace 10 minutes, 31 seconds per kilometer.
So, I know that my heart rate is right, and I know that I'm not working too hard, but I'm still doing 10.5-minute kilometers, which will get me around the bog in about 45 minutes. Maybe a little more. It's 5k, so that would probably be closer to 60 minutes. 5k is the loop that I'm doing now. And I'm on 13 minutes of audio. She's talking to her phone, I'm talking to you guys. Very chatty corner of the bog today. Alright, after the asphalt, I'm back on the gravel.
Distance 1.80 kilometers. Average heart rate 105. Workout average pace 10 minutes, 31 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah, I was asking how you were all doing. Seriously, it's tough to stay sane these days. It really is. I'm brewing up my beer as usual. Not trying to beat any world records with the brewing either, but I have to limit my enthusiasm some days for drinking it. Just because I have another 5 gallons doesn't mean I have to drink the first lot faster. But I have reached a nice balance where as I empty the bottles, I start accumulating them. By the time I have 24, I probably have enough beer brewed to bottle 24 more bottles.
Time 20 minutes. Distance 1.89 kilometers. Average heart rate 103. Workout average pace 10 minutes, 30 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah,
Time for hydration.
there's some signs of woodwork here. They've been cutting trees. There was one drooping from the wind, I believe. some kind of partial wind damage that they have now had to truncate, literally. Because it was leaning over the trail. We all had to do a bit of a limbo to get underneath there. So the weekend is approaching rapidly. Oh, this is new. Let me just take a photograph of this. They've made a new water course for the runoff out of rocks. They've made it with stones, like river stones.
Time 21 minutes. Distance 1.98 kilometers.
Got
average
it.
heart rate 105. Workout average pace 10 minutes 32 seconds per kilometer. Auto pause.
Yeah,
Workout resumed.
I think Samantha is doing her auto pausing, and so is the Relieve app. I haven't switched it off. I didn't find it distracting. It's the music that was just too much for me today. I think maybe that's what I'll call it. The music was just too much for me today. I think what it is, I was thinking about what I'm going to be saying, and listening to audio while you're thinking about recording audio is tricky. It's almost like a three-way puzzle, like a three-dimensional jigsaw puzzle. So I've just flattened it, made it two-dimensional now. Up and down, left and right, that's it. No more dimensions. Up I go.
Time 22 minutes. Distance 2.08 kilometers. Average heart rate 106. Workout average pace 10 minutes 31 seconds per kilometer.
So, 22 minutes of activity, 17 minutes of audio. That's good. When I get to 18 minutes, it'll be pretty much halfway through my show. There's a couple of hikers up ahead. I'm going to be overtaking them in a minute. Hello.
Time 23 minutes. Distance 2.18 kilometers. Average heart rate 115. Workout average pace 10 minutes 31 seconds per kilometer.
Thank you. Yeah, there's still enough smoke in the air for me to be able to look directly at the sun without being glared. So maybe Norma was right to stay in today. I just don't like having to change plans because of things I can't control. I have ultimate control over when I work out, and I don't like that control being usurped by the weather or a virus or the law. Well, I don't break the law that often. Whenever I go indoors, I always have a mask on.
Time 24 minutes. Distance 2.29 kilometers. Average heart rate 110. Workout average pace 10 minutes 28 seconds per kilometer.
10:28. You see, I'm getting faster still. I should be listening out for my heart rate. That's the one that's relevant today. Triple digits, barely 100. That would be the sweet spot for today. Hello. Walker coming through. Hi.
Actually, he has been.
Thank you.
No barking.
4 people having a chat. But I guess seniors have trouble hearing each other, so they tend to stand a little closer together so they can chat without yelling.
Time Time 25 minutes. Distance 2.39 kilometers. Average heart rate 108. Workout average pace 10 minutes 26 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah, I can afford to slow down a bit. I'm going to be getting to the noisy section soon, which is by the highway and the duck pond. So probably because there's no activity going on with the duck pond, it's still dry, I would imagine. I will probably pause the minute I start hearing the traffic from the highway, and I'll unpause when I'm back on the quiet side of the bog. The one advantage of hiking as opposed to running is there is very little arm swing action going on here. So none of that whoosh, whoosh, whoosh business that you normally hear when I'm running into the wind, swinging away.
26 minutes. Distance 2.49 kilometers. Average heart rate 107. Workout average pace 10 minutes 25 seconds per kilometer.
I remember this section here was really at least 3 foot lower than it is now. They built the trail right up because it used to flood every year. But the disadvantage now is that they've had to put in these culverts, these plastic PVC pipes going under the trail, whereas before the runoff used to just run over the trail. So to accommodate the pipe, they had to build up the base of this trail with more and more gravel. But it's done the trick. Now it doesn't wash out, and now it doesn't flood that often. There are times when it is wet.
Time 37 minutes. Distance 2.58 kilometers. Average heart rate 108. Workout average pace 10 minutes 25 seconds per kilometer.
Alright, I'm just beginning to hear the traffic noise build. But I am walking faster than everybody today at the bog anyway, so people I pass I will be leaving behind by a fair distance by now. Far enough behind so that I can stop to take another photograph quite soon. I'll wait till I'm at the sign, but until then I'll pause the audio and just concentrate on my walking for the next 4 or 5 minutes. Get back to you at the sign. So I'm just coming up on the sign now. Let me get my phone out again, take a picture of the sign. And the fall colors. This is interesting. The fall colors. No, that's not the sign. That's the tree house.
Time 31 minutes. Distance 2.97 kilometers. Average heart rate 109. Workout average pace 10 minutes 45 seconds per kilometer.
See, that's the sign. And I also took a picture of the sun. Which on a normal day wouldn't have been possible. So I'm up to 31 minutes now of walking, and I'm up to 24 minutes of audio. So that's not bad. I can pause it again. As I say, this is the noisy bit. So as I expected, the duck pond is now just vegetation. There is no open water. Hello.
I thought of doing this anyway because
Yeah, well, let's hope that the smoke goes away soon enough so that people can start getting some pleasure again from being outside. For me, it's more of a duty than a pleasure at the moment. I try and keep my workouts pretty consistent. So this week it was because I didn't get that 2-hour bike ride up to Sydney to run with John and Derek, I'm having to factor in that missing chunk of time. I think I'm down to around 80 minutes a day. Today will be 90 minutes. I'm pretty sure it'll be 90.
Distance 3.43 kilometers. Average heart rate 108. Workout average pace 10 minutes 28 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah. I noticed last time I took the phone out that the battery was down to about 30%, which means that I should be a little more conservative with my battery use. Every time I open the phone and take a photograph, the battery will lose 5% of its charge. And the same with the e-bike. As the battery starts to deplete, the power output starts to drop as well. Hi. So you end up having to put a little more in the power assist because the battery is not giving you as much oomph as it does when it's fully charged.
Time 37 minutes. Distance 3.52 kilometers. Average heart rate 107. Workout average pace 10 minutes 28 seconds per kilometer.
10:28, so it's 10.5 minutes per. And that'd be 50 minutes for 5k. 55 minutes, which is good. And then I'll get the other 15 or 20 minutes riding home. My Relive app, I think, has been running continuously since I started today. I already had a minus snafu on the bike. When I got halfway down our street, I realized I hadn't started the app, so there will be some discrepancies today. But basically it's 5k e-bike, 5k walk, and another 5k e-bike home, with a total exposure time of about an hour and a half to these unhealthy conditions.
3.62 kilometers. Average heart rate 108. Workout average pace 10 minutes 27 seconds per kilometer.
I did start Samantha just for the hike, so the rest of it will just be reliving the rest of my activities today. Should be an interesting flyby. Up I go. I think the reason I dropped Relive last time was because they lost their link with Strava. It used to be a seamless process, sharing to Relive from Strava. Now it's not quite so simple. There is a way to do it. I mean, there's always a way. I have to load the data from my running app onto the laptop and then print off a...
Time 39 minutes. Distance 3.72 kilometers. Average heart rate 114. Workout average pace 10 minutes 29 seconds per kilometer.
Download a GPX file which has all the data from the walk, the pictures, the stats from my GPS tracking, my heart rate. I'm not sure if Relive gives you heart rate. It probably does. I seem to remember it did. We'll see. The only serious log that I keep is my own personal note of my 10 hours a week challenge. I toggle each day when I complete the required activity, whether it's hiking and running or e-biking. It all gets recorded by the amount of time.
Time 40 minutes. Distance 3.81 kilometers. Average heart rate 114. Workout average pace 10 minutes 29 seconds per kilometer.
My criteria is triple digit heart rate, which is anything obviously over 99 beats per minute. Running is normally around 135. Hiking is around 105. Speed walking is about the same. E-bike tends to get a little bit lighter on the e-bike, but I did promise Norma that I would not overdo it today. Yesterday was harder and longer than I'm planning to do today. Let me see how the audio is going. 30 minutes on the button. So you might have noticed, depending on what app you use to listen
41 minutes. Distance 3.91 kilometers.
to my
Average heart rate 105.
podcast,
Workout average pace 10 minutes 29 seconds per kilometer.
that ads are beginning to appear in the middle of the show. It's not some of the apps. I think Stitcher does. I'm not sure. Somebody's just driving away. Some landscape gardeners. They had some kind of tractor. They must have been driving around a large property. I don't think this is Saanich employees. I could be wrong. Not the Saanich. It is the local municipality. They might have been emptying the trash cans. Who knows? On that little tractor. Yes, I can see there's tractor marks here on the gravel, but that little tractor can fit on these trails.
42 minutes. Distance 4 kilometers. Average heart rate 103. Workout average pace 10 minutes 28 seconds per kilometer.
This calls for another photograph, I think. Last one has the battery situation. 31% left. Yeah, it's getting a little critical now. But once I finish this hike, I will be able to, once I finish this hike, I'll be able to switch off Samantha anyway. She will be off the radar. There you go. The obligatory selfie. We're still moving? Yep. So I'm averaging around 5 kilometers an hour, which is pretty much what I was predicting. If truth be told, this might be slightly less than 5 kilometers as I hit the 32-minute mark on the audio. I've been running a little bit long these days. I'm going to try and rectify that today. The tractor guy almost lost his track there. His trail goes right to the very edge of the surface here.
Time 43 minutes. Distance 4.09 kilometers. Average heart rate 103. Workout average pace 10 minutes 29 seconds per kilometer.
So I'll go for one more announcement and then I'll say bye-bye to you. So one more minute to get my thoughts together as I climb past Norma's favourite blackberry bush. I won't take a photograph of it. You've all seen blackberry bushes. And as I say, my phone is running 2 apps at the moment. 2 tracking apps. I noticed when I was in Toronto with Alan Groom, that I was running my voice recorder on the phone, that one. Plus, I was running my Relive app. Plus, I was running my iSmooth Run app. So, kind of hardly surprising that I ran out of batteries.
Distance 4.20 kilometers. Average heart rate 108. Workout average pace 10 minutes 28 seconds per kilometer.
So, with that announcement, I will say goodbye to you from my midweek episode. Bye-bye.